Beginning our list at number 10 is Yolanda Hadid. In case you're wondering how Bella and Gigi Hadid turned out to be so beautiful, that's where Yolanda comes in. Their mom was once a model herself and also starred on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's been open about her battle with Lyme disease, which caused a lot of health issues for her due to her breast implants and fillers in her face. Her implants were removed in 2015 after doctors discovered one implant had ruptured and was leaking silicone into her chest cavity, which was aggravating her Lyme disease symptoms. She didn't explain what caused the implant to rupture. Sometimes with bad plastic surgery, it can just happen as like a freak accident, but she ended up removing everything from her body and shared a photo of her results on Instagram. She shared an empowering photo of her at 55 years old in lingerie, saying that she removed all implants, Botox, and fillers and has never felt better. She looks so good. She never needed them because she looks phenomenal. Coming in at number 9 is Jessica Simpson. She revealed a lot about her personal life in January of 2020 when she released her memoir titled Open Book. She shared some of her struggles like her addiction to alcohol, but she also opened up about her experience with plastic surgery. In 2015, she had 2 tummy tuck surgeries which left her with some complications after the second procedure. She explained why she got it in the first place and said, "I wanted to get rid of the stretch marks and loose skin left sagging from my back-to-back pregnancy. I was so ashamed of my body at this point that I wouldn't let Eric see me without a t-shirt on." Eric being her husband. Turns out she got an infection from one of the surgeries and she was in the hospital for 9 days. She was vomiting so much that doctors thought she was gonna burst something and told her that she might need a blood transfusion. Coming into number 8 is Axl Rose. The Guns N' Roses singer disappeared in the mid-90s when the band started to fall apart, but he returned down the road with a completely new look. He hasn't been very open about his surgery experience and has always dodged the rumors, but fans were quick to point out how different his face looks. They think it was his transformation that actually had him in hiding all those years before releasing a new album with Guns N' Roses in 2008, which was 15 years after they had first fallen out. With his disappearance and the new look, reports were made that he had some work done and also Botox and hair transplants. I mean, there's no denying it. He looks very different. Cruising into number 4 is Jennifer Grey. The Dirty Dancing star has always had a very distinctive face and was known for her stunning looks. But when she decided to get rhinoplasty, it changed everything, and she said it was the worst decision she's ever made. She said the operation completely changed her face and it ruined her entire career. When speaking about it during an interview, she said, "I went in the operating room as a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was like being in a witness protection program or being invisible. I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of my nose job." Now, I don't think she looks bad. Like, it's not like the surgery like botched her face physically, but she does look like a completely different person. Like, when I saw pictures, I was like, literally different person. So I do understand what she means. And that one's really sad. In the 3rd spot is Reed Ewing. The actor is known for playing Dylan in the ABC comedy Modern Family and also Charlie in the TV series Zeke and Luther. In 2015, he opened up about his plastic surgery transformation and said he underwent surgery because he had body dysmorphia. He said he regrets it more than anything and wishes he never did it. It all started in 2008 when he was just 19 years old. He made his first appointment to meet with a cosmetic surgeon. He said that doctor convinced him that large cheek implants would fix the issue in his face, but when he woke up from surgery, he was screaming in pain. He went back to another doctor 6 months later to get it fixed, and over the next few years, he continued to get more procedures done. He ended up going into depression, he says, and was dealing with a lot of mental health issues and an eating disorder. He actually went into hiding after the surgeries, but the photos of him now, all these years later, he really doesn't look bad at all. So it all worked out. In the number 1 spot is Amanda Lepore. The famous transgender diva got herself the title of a moving sculpture after the many plastic surgeries she had done. She's always been very open and honest about her transformation and has no problem flaunting her very plastic surgery journey. To sum it up quickly, she had alterations done to basically every part that the body could physically have done. She has had booty silicone injections, a nose job, a facelift, her hairline lowered, cheek fillers, breast implants, and to get an hourglass figure, she even had her bottom ribs broken. It has been reported that the total cost of all her cosmetic procedures is over $1 million. But she loves that people tell her she looks like a doll. She actually wrote a book called Doll Parts where she shares every detail about her journey as a transgender beauty queen. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Carmen Electra. It's not surprising that the Playboy model would feel the pressure or just simply want to get breast implants during her career. The Baywatch actress has been a sex symbol in the industry on more than one occasion. She openly admitted to getting breast implants but says that she wishes she never did because her breasts were nice before the operation. In 2010 she spoke about it and said, "I had breast surgery over 10 years ago, taking me from a 32B to a double D, which took a bit of time to get used to. I didn't want to go as big as that. It's nice that I don't have to wear a push-up bra anymore, but I could have left myself alone. I think I was fine the way I was." I feel like that's often the case. You do something and you're like, you know what, it wasn't all that bad before. She revealed she felt pressure to get the implants from another woman who had them and who told her that her life and career would improve if she got them. This woman was left unnamed, but I want to know, who told you to get them? Up next, number 9 is Tori Spelling. She's been in the public eye her entire life. She was just a teenager when she starred in her dad's drama series Beverly Hills 90210. Since the beginning of the show, fans have speculated if she's undergone plastic surgery, and almost 30 years later people are still commenting on it. She has admitted to her cosmetic procedures and a plastic surgery operation, which she now regrets. She said when it comes to going under the knife, she has only had her nose and her breasts done and the rest were all cosmetic. But she does regret getting her breast implants ever since she became a mom and realized the effect it had. The mother of 5 talked about it and said, "I got my boobs done in my early 20s and if I had known it would or could possibly impact the production of milk, I would have never had them done." I don't know how she didn't know that. Don't they tell you? Like, don't they say this to a young woman? I mean, even I knew it. I even Googled breast implants and it's like, you know, I feel like that's just kind of known. No? No? You're putting plastic in there and stuff. Of course breast milk is like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know. I hate to say it, but I feel like we just know that. In spot number 8 is Courtney Love. No one on this list has had the bad luck that Courtney has when it comes to her surgeries. She has been open about the 3 procedures she has had done and that she was not happy with any of them. She had liposuction done on her butt and said that it actually ruined it, and she told everyone not to get lipo done on theirs. She also had a mouth enhancement, which she said, I quote, "I just want the mouth God gave me back. It was perfectly cute and I had nice big lips." So that is 2 procedures so far that she was not happy with. On top of those 2, she also had a nose job which she corrected because it was botched in 2007 and said that she hated it and compared it to a little beak. By the sounds of it, her natural self made her happier than any of these plastic surgeries did. I think this is a lesson for us, ladies. Sliding into number 7 is Dana Delany. The Desperate Housewives actress wishes she could undo some of the work she's had done. That's how bad her experience was. One of the procedures in particular was a nightmare for her. She told Prevention magazine in 2010 that her dermatologist injected Botox in her forehead and hit a nerve which created a huge hematoma. She said, "The nerve has been dead ever since. It affected the muscle in my right eye, so my eye has started to droop a little. I noticed it more than anybody else, but I was symmetrical before and now I am not." We might not be able to tell the mistakes made in her transformation, but I can imagine how awful that would feel to like look in the mirror every day and not see yourself as symmetrical or not being happy with the procedure. I looked at her pictures. I don't notice anything. Up next, number 6 is Joan Van Ark. Jaws dropped earlier this year when the 76-year-old actress showed up to an event in January 2020 and her face looked like it had melted off. Those were the words from a witness who did an interview with Globe. She was once the leading face of primetime soap operas before she made some adjustments to her face. According to a few surgeons, she had several surgeries on her face, including eyelid reconstruction and chemical peels. Apparently she had some issues after some of her procedures, so she went back to try and fix them, but then it only made it worse, which eventually led to her skin looking like it was melting off her face. Now, I've seen some pictures, and I don't know if it's right to say it looks like it's melting off. Her skin doesn't look real, it looks a little waxy, so maybe that's what they mean. Like, it really doesn't look real. Alright guys, at number 3 we have Denise Richards. She opened up to Us Weekly about her horrific experience with plastic surgery. She had breast implants done at a young age and said the experience was a total nightmare. She explained the story and said she got breast implants when she was just 19 years old, but the doctor put in bigger implants than what she asked for. So she went to a different surgeon to have them corrected, and that doctor gave her even bigger implants. What a nightmare. She said it was a nightmare and that she felt vulnerable given her age and where she was at in her career. She said, "I felt vulnerable. I was getting ready to film Wild Things and I didn't want to get into a lawsuit with some plastic surgeon. It wasn't right what the doctor did, but it is what it is." She now encourages women to embrace their natural beauty and sexuality before making that decision. Me too. Don't do it. Rolling into number 2 is Jane Fonda. The 82-year-old actress has said she regrets going under the knife when she was younger and said she hates the fact that she felt the need to ever alter herself. When asked about it, she said she started to get work done when she got tired of looking tired when she wasn't actually tired. Story of my life. I feel like I just always look tired. Even when I'm not tired, I'll look tired. These bags, they don't lie. It wasn't until recent years that she has opened up about her surgeries. Normally, for a long time, she was really shy about it. But she spoke on it and said, "I'm not proud of the fact that I've had it, but I grew up so defined by my looks. I was taught to think that if I wanted to be loved, I had to be thin and pretty. That leads to a lot of trouble." People always compliment her on how good she looks for her age, because she looks incredible, but she's quick to say that she only looks that good with the help of plastic surgery. Damn, she does look good though. That plastic be holding up alright, because it looks good. In the number 1 spot is Alicia Douvall. The former glamour model revealed she was addicted to plastic surgery to a point where she could have died. She has spent more than $2.5 million on cosmetic procedures and has gone under the knife more than 350 times. She almost died on the operating table, and since then she has vowed to never get any more work done. She regrets her decision to get so much work done and said that she ended up looking like a fake Barbie. She said, "I looked fake and that Barbie image does not appeal to me anymore. I want to look natural and go back to how I looked." She actually regretted it so much that she started seeing a therapist to help with her addiction, and she started the process of undoing all the procedures that she originally had done. She has gone on to warn young girls about the dangers of plastic surgery and says she often gives advice to other young celebrities in the industry, which is probably for the best, because in the beginning is when the pressures are high. Kicking off this list is Jocelyn Wildenstein. She's an American socialite but is known for her extensive cosmetic surgery, which resulted in her cat-like appearance. During an interview with Dr. Young, a popular celebrity plastic surgeon, he said, "Jocelyn is a poster child for plastic surgery gone wrong." Reports say that she underwent dozens of surgeries in an attempt to win back her husband, Alec Wildenstein, after her divorce from the billionaire was heavily documented. Dr. Young thinks she might have undergone a brow lift, facelift, lip plumping injections, chin augmentation, fat grafting and or cheek implants, upper and lower eyelid surgery, and canthopexy, which is a procedure that gives your eyes that cat-like appearance. However, Jocelyn has always denied getting any plastic surgery and says that she has always looked this way, despite photos completely proving that otherwise. Swiping the number 8 spot is Carrot Top. The comedian's real name is Scott Thompson, but he got the nickname through his stand-up comedy career. Over the years, people have accused him of getting plastic surgery, which he has always denied. Whenever he's been asked about it during an interview, he always says that it is makeup that makes him look so different. But Dr. Young has given his professional opinion. He said, "Carrot Top is looking more and more like a muscle-bound cartoon character. He seems to have an excessively arched brow and a smooth face, possibly the result of laser treatments or chemical peels." So there is no confirming that he has had any work done. If he says he hasn't, like, we might want to believe him, but there is a huge difference when looking at old pictures and new ones. It honestly just looks like every part of, like, every feature is just glued in place. Like, it's very, you know what I'm trying to say there? Cruising into number 7 is Jamie Lee Curtis. She's always been the type of person to say it how it is, and before she fully embraced her natural beauty, she admits to experiencing a little bit. She talked to Mirror about her experience and thoughts on plastic surgery and said, "I've done it all. I've had a little plastic surgery, I've had a little lipo, I've had a little Botox, and you know what? None of it works, none of it. She went on to say she felt like she looked worse after the fact and that you start to become a caricature of yourself. Honestly guys, if this list doesn't have you like thinking twice about things maybe you wanted to get done, then I don't know what will. Because you know, even doing the research, not that I want plastic surgery, but I was like, damn, there's a lot of people who have had it and regret it. And that's just a fact. In the third spot is Pete Burns. The singer from Dead or Alive sadly passed away in 2016, and before his death he revealed that his plastic surgery almost killed him. During an interview he opened up about his plastic surgery, saying he had more than 300 procedures done, which led him to almost dying just 3 weeks before his actual death of cardiac arrest. A month before that he went on the TV show Botched Up Bodies, where he revealed that he went into depression because of his botched procedures. He ended up with blood clots and pulmonary embolisms in his heart, legs, and lungs, which left him close to death. The doctor actually told his family that there was a 2% chance of survival, and his family called in a priest thinking that they would lose him. He was in the hospital for 10 days before he had recovered. Making her way into number 2 is Donatella Versace. She is the chief designer and vice president of Versace with a company value of $2 billion. She is 65 years old and continues to deny having any kind of work done to her face, but people have been calling her out on it for years, even doctors. She looks drastically different and says that it is because she uses a lot of creams and good face products. She did admit to some Botox, but says there has not been anything else, so I will let you guys be your own judge. Dr. Young says that she developed something called a trout pout, which is when your top lip is bigger than your bottom lip. Naturally, the human body's bottom lip is normally 50% bigger, but he says it would be reversed if you had fillers and other work done on the face. Earning the number 1 spot is Michael Jackson. After his death, we heard from people we did not expect: his plastic surgeon through the 1980s and 90s, Stephen M. Hoffman, and his dermatologist Arnold Klein. There were many theories going around at the time about the reasoning behind his drastic transformation. Arnold explained that he had body dysmorphic disorder and saw his nose as getting fatter even though it was getting smaller. Michael always said he only had 2 nose jobs done, but the experts said it's impossible for one's nose to look like that after just 2. He actually estimated that he had closer to 20 procedures done to his nose over the years. An expert also said that he had his hairline, eyebrows, and eyelash lines tattooed, as well as using a skin lightening bleaching cream. Now I know this whole bleaching thing has always been a very big debate because Michael said that he never used that, so I'm not trying to accuse anyone of anything. This is just from an expert standpoint. They think that he used a bleaching cream. Like, that's crazy that that even exists. Starting us off at number 10 is Victoria Beckham. The fashion designer and former Spice Girl is beautiful nonetheless, but has publicly admitted to regretting her decision on getting plastic surgery. She said what she regrets the most are her breast implants that she got when she was just a teenager. So much so that she ended up getting them removed. She was 18 years old when she first got them done, and during an interview in 2017, she said, "I should probably say, don't mess with your boobs. All those years I denied it. Stupid. A sign of insecurity. Just celebrate what you've got." I personally remember idolizing the Spice Girls like religiously when I was young, so to hear that even she would suggest not getting them is very important. I'm honestly really glad that she's open and honest about her experience with it, because I think especially for young girls who still look up to the Spice Girls, this could be very eye-opening for them. Up next, number 9 is Cher. There is no denying that the 74-year-old icon still looks incredible for her age, and we can probably say that plastic surgery has helped with that, but she has openly admitted that. She's always been open about the work she's had done and has cracked jokes about her facelift. But she doesn't regret anything that she's had done to her new face transformation. The one thing she regrets is her breast augmentation. I'm already seeing a little trend happening here. She told People magazine that the surgery was a nightmare. She said they were really botched in every way. If anything, they were worse after than before. Clearly, that was not the goal when going to get the procedure done, but she has been able to hide it well, and certainly it has not hurt her confidence. Well, that we can tell. Sliding at number 8 is Courtney Cox. The Friends star looks a lot different than when we saw her playing the iconic role of Monica Geller on the TV series. And that's because gradually over time she's had a lot of work done to her face, which she now regrets. She had an open talk about it with New Beauty and said that it all started when doctors told her that a little injection and filler here or there would not do any harm. But things went too far and the actress said she did not look like herself anymore, which is not what she wanted. She said, "I've had all my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as I can be. I feel better because I look more like myself. Everything is going to drop. I was trying to make it not drop, but that made me look fake." She also admitted to stopping treatment and procedures like altogether. Regardless, she was beautiful as Monica and she is still beautiful as Courtney, but in pictures comparison, they do look like two different people. She did not need to touch her face. She was so freaking pretty. That like hurts me. It literally kills me when like stunning people fix themselves. Halfway through the list, number 5 is Rodrigo Alves. He is famous because of his plastic surgery transformation, as he transformed basically into a human Ken doll. He became a television personality, and as of 2018, he had undergone more than 103 cosmetic procedures. 51 of them were plastic surgeries. But not all of his surgeries went smoothly, and one of them in 2018 left him with a sinking nose. He explained to his followers that he had 11 nose jobs over the years, and that his nose is basically just collapsing. Now I should mention that he has recently transitioned into a female and prefers to go by the name Roddy. During an interview in January, she said that she regrets the plastic surgery as the Ken doll because she just got it to try and make herself more manly to fight her feelings of wanting to become a woman. In the third spot on our list is Kourtney Kardashian. Plastic surgery is no surprise to the Kardashian sisters, but it might be surprising to know that Kourtney regrets some of it. In 2011, she was talking to Showbiz Spy and said that she wished she didn't get her breast implants when she was 22 or at all. She said, "I had my boobs done, but if I could go back, I wouldn't have done it. I was so cute before. I've realized that I was made to look a certain way and I'm considering removing them." Now obviously this interview was years ago, and if you see her these days, she has not removed them, but her opinion still stands, and honestly it's probably even more so now because she's a mother of 3. So, you know, she's had to gone through the whole breastfeeding thing, the milk. She probably just sees the whole thing from a different perspective now. Rolling into number 2 is Joan Rivers. Going under the knife has never been a secret when it comes to this comedian. She's publicly talked about her procedures, which is a pretty decent list. Apparently she's had a facelift, a nose job, a breast reduction, chin tucks, Botox, collagen, eye procedures, and lipo. She's actually happy to have the work done, but one thing she regrets is the lipo because it did not go as planned, which I think we know by now is a huge risk. She explained that she did not research the doctor enough before going, and the result of it just was not smooth. She also said if she could go back in time, she would have never done it. Maybe not with this doctor. Like, I feel like she might have done it with another one since she has had all the other work done. Obviously she's not opposed to it, but didn't go as planned.